Hi guys, it's me Terri of the Yarnjoy podcast. Welcome to another episode of WIP Wall Wednesday. This is episode number 11. Okay, so the last WIP Wall Wednesday, episode number 10, I showed you a new project. Well, I showed you the finish of one project, the beginning of another project, and I am happy to say that I finished it. So just a little explanation about what WIP Wall Wednesday is. I have a WIP wall. It's a pegboard that I have hanging a lot of works in progresses, so they're called WIPs, that have been what I've been calling them, they've been sleeping because I have not worked on them for a long time. It's projects I was excited about starting. I started them, and then I got on to doing other things, and so I just put them on the wall and forgot about them. So as a challenge to myself, I started making these every other week videos, and I called them WIP Wall Wednesdays, to hold me accountable to get these projects finished and hope to inspire others to finish some sleeping WIPs that I am sure that they probably have. Okay, so as I was saying, last week's project that I showed you was a Christmas ornament that I had been, I'd started and I just didn't finish it. So I pulled it out off my WIP wall and I started working on it, and it did not take as long as I thought it was going to. So that's good. So here is my finished WIP Wall Wednesday project. Okay, anyway, this is a gingerbread ornament. I got this pattern from ePattern Central. Is that what it's called? ePattern Central, I think. It's a branch of Annie's catalog, I think. But anyway, got the pattern, and I just thought it was super cute, and so like I said, started working on it, and then I quit. But anyway, this is made out of crochet number 10 thread, like you make doilies out of, and plastic canvas to stiffen up the sides and the top, okay? And so that's what I used, just different colors of crochet thread, okay? I am sure you could probably use a bigger yarn instead of thread and make it larger. You would just have to make the plastic canvas pieces larger as well. Anyway, so the only thing I did different from what the pattern says is that these little balls on the top, the little, I guess they're supposed to be gum balls, they were supposed to be crocheted. And so I started working on one, crocheted them, and then I saw that you were supposed to insert a bead on the inside to make it form the circle. I guess I could have stuffed them and closed them up and made little balls. But I was thinking, oh, that's so many I have to make. So I remembered that I had these little fuzzy, I don't know, little pom-poms that I bought. I think I bought one because I needed a couple of red ones maybe for some holly berries. I can't even remember. It's been so long since I've had these. And I thought, well, they're different colors, so why can't I just use these? And so I picked out the larger sized ones. I think this was actually 2 different bags because some of them are really small and then the other ones are larger. So I picked out one of each color of the large ones, and I just super glued them across the top. And so I just decided to do that, and it was so much easier. And then these 3 here, and then the 3 in the back were some of the smaller ones, okay? And so I just super glued them on. So anyway, I think it turned out really cute. I'm happy with it. I like it. So what I'm going to do though is I probably will not make it, turn it into a Christmas ornament. I'm thinking I'm just going to have it like maybe on my desk during Christmas time or a tabletop or something. I just think it's really cute. And I actually have a little Christmas village that I got pieces, I think, from Dollar Tree. And I didn't even put it out last year. But this, of course, scale-wise, I don't know what that would be like. It might be a huge gingerbread mansion or something. Anyway, like I said, I'll probably put it on my desk or something during Christmas instead of hang it from the Christmas tree. Anyway, so there is my WIP Wall Wednesday project finished. Yay! Okay, so since I finished, that means I have to go to my WIP wall and pick out a new project. Okay, so I decided to pick out this project. It's in a bag. Tote bag is I had made from a painting. I had printed a picture of a painting that my son had done for my husband and I put it on a tote bag. In courtesy of Vistaprint is what I used. Anyway, so inside here, it is a granny square blanket. This is a granny square blanket that I started. In fact, it is the one that I used to do 2 different tutorials. My very first tutorial, which was my favorite join as you go method, okay, of joining squares, I worked on this to teach that tutorial, and so I'll link that tutorial down below in the description box. I believe, yeah, well, I made another tutorial teaching how to do just a basic granny square, and I believe I used one of these granny squares for the for that project, for that tutorial as well. So anyway, I can even link that in the description box below. Okay, so I'm just using scrap yarn, and let's see, I have a little tag on here to remind me that it was an H size hook that I was using. I believe the hook is still in here. I think what is an H? 5 millimeter, is that right? I think it's a 5 millimeter. Yeah, here it is. It is an H hook. Yes, it's a 5 millimeter. Okay, so the hook is still in here. And I have in this bag, I have quite a few granny squares with different rounds, because these granny squares for this blanket is 1, 2, 3, 4, a 4 round granny square. And so I have some that have 3 rounds, and here's a 4 rounder, so that one's ready to be put into the blanket. Here's only got 2 rounds. It's just whatever. I had these tiny little balls of yarn that I would make granny squares. And so I have several in here, like I said, that are in different degrees of completion. And I also have I notice I have a big ball right here of yarn barf that has been tangled because of the tiny little balls that I was working on. So I'll get to unravel that. But I have a new container here of small balls that I have filled up just recently from leftover projects. Plus, of course, I have scrap balls that are even larger than that down below here in a crate. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get to working on that. I thought it would be, since it's really hot right now, I thought it would be a good project to do, because you just make the squares separate and you don't have this big blanket put on top of you while you're working, except when you're joining them together, because it is a join as you go. Okay, and so far, let me see if I can measure this. Move my stuff out of the way. It is roughly 30 inches across, and so what I will probably do is maybe make another square. Let's see, each square gives me about 5 inches, I guess, with the connecting border, and so 30. Another one would be 35. So I might make 1 or 2 more going that way on the end, and I will more than likely turn this into another lap gown, possibly, or child's blanket or something that I'll maybe donate. I don't know. Anyway, this is my next project, to get this off of my WIP wall and it be a completed project. Okay, so thanks for watching the WIP Wall Wednesday episode today, and thanks for holding me accountable as far as getting these projects done. So stay tuned in 2 weeks, and I will be doing WIP Wall Wednesday episode number 12, and we will see how much I have gotten done on this blanket. And so that's it, I guess. To come back tomorrow, I will have episode 159 of Yarnjoy podcast, and you can check in and see what I've been working on. I've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 finished objects. Or no, 5. I don't know. I've got several finished objects I've been getting off my hooks just here lately, just past few days. So come back tomorrow and check in and see what I got finished and what else I'm still working on. Okay, guys, have a great day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.